and welcome to another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. Today, guys, we're going to be watching a wonderful game from WC3. Big shout out to Manchester for sending me the replays. Today, we're going to be co-casting this with one of my favorite people around. His name is the lovely, with extra ins, Carson.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, Hopefully we don't sound like robot aliens this time. Hopefully it goes better. If
we do, we may need to go intergalactic with our target audience.
maybe.
always a silver lining.
Yeah, always gotta look on the bright side.
Let's go ahead and introduce our players. In the, well, I guess this is the 12 o'clock position, we have Thu spawning in as a light blue human. He's going to be playing, looks like a pretty standard opener here. We'll get to see what hero he chooses in just a second. And then down at the, I want to say the 4 o'clock position, we have ColorFul, the wonderful purple Night Elf Russian player over here, who's opening with a Warden first, so maybe you're going to see some AOW creep. What?
He canceled it.
Oh, he canceled it. Wow.
Weird.
Wow, that makes a lot more sense, though. Demon Hunter is better.
Yeah, I'd say it's better on this map, yeah.
But there's an Archmage for Thu.
I'm actually, right off the bat, I'm kind of surprised where he places Ancient of War. I guess he wants to walk it somewhere later, but normally you'd place it on the other side, just in case it's like close positions and you were to get tier 1 tower rush, just to defend a bit easier. But I guess he has some plan for that, probably walking it up to the Expo or maybe the other orange, I'm not too sure.
I would not have a clue. He is a very colorful personality. So I'm sorry. It's already starting. I'm sorry. Anyway, so what do you know? Look at this. There's a farm. Oh, very beautiful.
A manor farm, we call them.
Yes, the manor. It's probably the most manor. Got some militia coming out, probably to creep something. Probably creeping some of this here green camps and such.
I would hope some that he would creep.
Get some intelligence for the Death Knight, or the Demon Hunter.
Of course.
I get those mixed up more than any other heroes. I don't know why.
I noticed that in some of your other casts that you got those mixed up a lot.
It's my brain doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes doesn't work.
No, it never works. There's no sometimes about it. Gonna see a wisp block on the creep. Gonna get that ogre down and take minimal damage. Very efficient. Very efficient. It's quite nice. Of course, it's not mining wood.
We had one footman coming, gonna harass the wisp with it. Probably isn't gonna get any wisp kills, but it's just taking a bit of APM away, distracting, maybe using a bit of moon juice, and taking a little bit of lumber away from ColorFul, so it's pretty nice.
Well, that's 2 wisps not getting wood, and we know that elves need wood, so it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Thu going straight for the red camp. He doesn't care. He's like, I'm gonna take this one right here. It's gonna be mine. Get some XP, get to level 2 or 3. I think he'll get to level 2, and then another green will get him to 3, I believe.
And that's something we don't see very often. Thu lost a peasant to creeps, and he loses a second peasant to creeps. But it's not a huge deal, but it's very un-Thu-like.
It's not at all like Thu, you're right.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if it wasn't that footman over there. He got distracted, running it around, running from the Death Knight, or the Demon Hunter, rather.
Yeah.
The imaginary Death Knight that's not in the game. Yeah, you know, that's what's going on today.
Yeah. And he's
an Expo.
He got 1 tower up now. He's going for that Expo, looks like, yeah.
It's a good call. Gonna send a footman out just to see what's going on, scout about. Elf's gonna come on up here, maybe, and find out what's going on. Level 3 on the Archmage. If he gets mana burned 1 time, he'll be alright. He can still summon a water elemental, but he's going to try to avoid it. He's not going to be able to pick up the Boots of Speed. I think that's what he was going for. Or the Dust. Oh, did he just get trapped?
Ooh, he did get surrounded.
Oh, but he did get the Dust. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, so ColorFul just gives up there. Yeah, he knew there's nothing he could do, really. And Thu could have just woken up the creeps and then hidden again, so really nothing for ColorFul to do there, although it was a nice surround. He's got 1 tower going up, and putting this Expo up. The archers can actually cancel that tower pretty easily, but Thu's probably going to defend. He's got enough footmen and a level 3 Archmage to defend, so.
That's a good point. I think he just wants to go for some XP here. Try to chase down footmen and peasants.
Yeah.
Just pretty good call. Also not lose archers.
Lost one.
You know, if that was his goal, he has failed. But that's okay. That's okay. We all make mistakes. Right?
He's still
that may not even been his goal, right?
Yes.
It's still colorful. Thank you, Carson.
Yeah, definitely. And he is hitting tier 2 now. I don't know if he's going to go straight tier 3. He's building a couple wisps. He may go for bears, or he may stay tier 2 and get a couple dryads out. I'm interested to see which.
Well, he's got the Pandarian out, the Mr. Brewmaster. He's got the Hunter's Hall up. All the timing coming together for him pretty nicely. Doesn't have a lot of resources, but that's because he's queued up an Ancient of War. There you go.
Oh yeah, he's going 1. I guess he can't afford the 2nd. If he does put up another one, he's probably going to stay tier 2 for a bit longer.
Yeah, having that Tree of Life going up right there at his expansion spot, I guess you call it, big drain on resources.
I didn't even see that, I gotta be honest.
Well, we all make mistakes. I caught it on the tail end, so I get the high ground.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Thu once again picking up the Staff of Teleportation. He's really been showing an interest in this item, getting it quite often, which I think is pretty cool because the humans really a lot of the time we notice they end up kind of, I want to say the word devolve, it's not really devolve, but kind of go into this style of harass with very critical harass where they have to do some delaying of their opponent, either creeping or pushing or whatever, and really becomes critical just to make sure that they don't lose while they're doing a greedy expansion with very few towers or whatever. And this item is just perfect for that. Meanwhile, that Ancient of War goes down in this creep, and Thu just it was an okay creep jack.
Yeah, it was
didn't
alright.
get the item or anything, but it didn't go exceptionally well, but it was all right.
Yeah, I don't think the Ancient of War loss is that big of a deal. If he does want to put up maybe another expansion there later, you might want that, but it's not a huge deal. The creep jack was nice, so I'm pretty sure all the experience did go to ColorFul though. So that's nice.
Yeah.
He's got a level 3 demon now and almost level 2 panda. Pretty close after this water elemental kill.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, what I'm really liking about what Thu's doing right now is just like kind of denying XP to the panda just by creeping a lot of these accessible creep camps.
Yeah, very true.
I'm kind of curious because is he going to notice that there's a expansion creep going on down here? Is he going to try to jack on that? Because that would work pretty well if he is faster, but he's not quite fast enough, so never mind.
Yeah. He has a lot of footmen just scouting all over the place. He probably expects an expansion, and I assume he probably knows this is going up. He's going for a bit of a harass. He's going to cancel what I think was a shop.
Probably a shop, yeah. It looked like one. I didn't get to click on it in time.
Yeah, we see Tree of Eternity, so he's going for bears, starting off with a couple dryads, which are really nice just for that early abolish. He's actually doing a lot of harassment here, but really nice wisp micro from ColorFul.
And he has that Staff of Teleportation to get out. Oh, Thu, what a genius.
And that Tree of Life was really close to going down. It was at like 40 points of health, but I guess that was all calculated.
Well, that's a very, very risky calculation, I gotta say. If he did have been creep, if he had been creep jacked there,
yeah, definitely. And Sovi mask on the panda. That's actually really, 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 really nice.
That's a fantastic item against human.
Definitely.
That really limits what the human can go.
Yeah.
In terms of, because you can't, like, a lot of your units just get wrecked by the breath of fires.
Yeah.
For example.
Probably going to see a lot of breakers because of that. It's because of the panda in general.
That would be a good call. Double Arcane Sanctum, so yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you could do Knights, because Knights also have pretty high HP, but you can't do, like... Tanks kind of become bad once you get versus a high level panda.
Yeah,
so.
Once it's level 4, level 5 panda, yeah, they're pretty much not very useful. They're just free experience. And he doesn't have, if you look at ColorFul's wood count right now, he's got 900 gold and barely any lumber, and you don't have access to a shredder on this map, so it's actually a pretty big deal. He's going to have to build a lot of extra wisps pretty soon here.
And he's still like mid-tech, and he's just getting wisps out of one Tree of Life.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good harassed by Thu, killing all those wisps earlier on.
Yeah, and he hasn't even filled up his second gold mine yet, so he's going to be hurting on lumber a lot throughout this game, probably for the next couple of minutes at least, till he gets up to tier 3 and can start pumping wisps out of 2 bases.
Ooh, Rifleman. Is this a rifle caster play? With a Mountain King second, it looks like it is actually a rifle caster play.
Wow.
That's
pretty interesting.
That would work, I think, if he hits this timing pretty well. Because if the elf doesn't have any wood, can't make a bunch of bears, can't do too much, can't upgrade his bears.
Yeah, there could be a pretty nice timing that Thu is going for here, because he does. The expo is just going up right now. Got 4 out of 5 wisps, so if he hits pretty soon here, he can hit a really nice timing where that expansion hasn't actually paid for itself yet, and do a lot of damage most likely.
Now, tell me I'm crazy here, but if I was ColorFul, I would take all of the gold with the wisps mining gold and put them on lumber for like a minute.
I think that would be a pretty good idea. I don't think he wants to waste the time mining, but I honestly think that he should at this point. I mean
he's got so much gold.
Yeah.
I guess if he doesn't need the wood, like I guess if he doesn't need the army immediately and Thu's not really punishing him for it, but it is opportunity cost here that he's not getting these creeps, and these creeps are valuable. An interesting creep jack going off. He's going to go right for the sorceress. He's going to be able to take that down with the mana burn, a bit of focus fire. He does have his orb of venom. No, he doesn't. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the dryad's poison that I was seeing. And we're going to see Thu being forced to TP out. Gonna maybe lose that footman, footman and a rifle. That was bad. That was a really bad creep jack.
Yeah, that was a really nice creep jack there. He got 4 or 5 units and is gonna get the remainder of these creeps. He didn't actually get the big creep nor the item, so that's all right for Thu, but he still didn't come out above there or on top there.
I've got a lone archer over here just like, kill me, I want to suicide. My food supply could be better spent.
Nice scout, but he probably could have saved that there, but it's still a nice
no idea what he was doing with it. See, the elf at 47 supply, so he's just getting pretty close to being into the break upkeep point. He will need to bank up a bit of lumber, I think. Thu also having some lumber issues. You can see at 1,500 gold and 250 wood, but probably not quite as big a deal if he's making casters, because those things cost like 20 or 30 wood.
Yeah, priests cost about 10, I think soaks cost 20, so really not a lot of lumber problems.
Compared to like 60 for each one of these dryads and bears and whatever.
Bears are 80 and dryads are 60, so really, and there goes 150 lumber for the upgrade too, so it's a really lumber heavy strat, and he doesn't even have 100 lumber and over 1,500 gold now, so it's pretty bad for ColorFul.
I guess if he wants to buy items, then that kind of works out,
Yeah.
Drop these 25 for the orb, and then...
And the thing that also sucks is right now he's at 48 food, so he might not want to break upkeep yet. Oh, he just did break upkeep, so yeah. I was going to say that he can't break upkeep with wisps if he doesn't want to with units, so... But he is
both
now.
Players are... Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they're both broken up to about the same food now, so... Probably going to want to fight soon, I think, maybe.
Looks that way. Thu getting some really good items over here.
Yeah,
I think Crystal Ball...
Red. Sorry?
I was just going to say, I think Crystal Ball is a fantastic item, personally. I know everyone sells it and I sell it, but I think it's a great item.
I think it's good in this matchup, I suppose, if you're expecting a lot of expansions, like at least a second expansion from each player. It's good just for the instant scout, but after that, it's pretty much free gold.
The problem is it has such a long cooldown, but it's like the tiniest map pack ever, which is great. I think it's fantastic.
But then again, Thu does have the tower upgrade, so that's also free map pack.
Yeah, he's just going to sell that crystal ball, but I'm kind of surprised he didn't just sell it right there.
Yeah.
Because now he doesn't have a slot.
He doesn't really need... Oh, I guess he kind of does need the gold. He's breaking straight up to 75 food. Is macroing pretty well here.
That's a good point too. If you sell it right now, then that's a big loss because that's a pretty expensive item.
Yeah, he's probably going to want to fight pretty soon. His army actually doesn't look that scary for how big it is right now, but I guess he's producing out of everything right now, so soon it'll look scary.
I think it's definitely a reasonable army. I like what ColorFul's been doing with his dryads. This game just kind of doing some harass.
Yeah, because it's pretty hard for Thu to take any down because he can't slow them in any way, so he can just keep poking and doing a lot of damage with dryads.
Also, Thu picked up a backpack research and then picked up the ring of protection on a priest. It's like, I just don't want this guy to have this armor, and it's probably a good thing because those heroes are tanky enough.
Definitely.
Though he would just sell it, obviously, but
nice little staff there.
Well played. Good moves.
Thu's going for the expansion now. He might actually be able to take it down. I don't know. ColorFul can probably defend, but it's probably going to go down, and then Thu's just going to TP, honestly, because he has enough morts right now to just base
and he's bringing militia.
Yeah.
Which is... This interception right here could be really, it's not. Oh yeah, Thu doesn't want to move in because he wants to make sure he has good positioning here.
Yeah,
so
this is actually, it's good to know that Thu's army is super like positional. You have to have your morts in the back and your casters behind the breakers. Like if you don't have good positioning, you're pretty much gonna lose every fight.
I think sound just came on. I think I just had sound on mute on. I don't know. Yeah, this fight, very interesting fight going on here. He's trying to get those towers up, but I don't think they're really going to get up too much. He's actually just going ahead and attacking with the peasants in their peasant form. Just right-click on those bears. Not doing much, but it's blocking a little bit and doing a bit of damage, so that's always helpful. This fight not going too well for Thu. He's just not really keeping the position, but he is doing a lot of damage to that. Demon Hunter does have a potion of invulnerability on. He's going to go ahead and pop that at 107 life, so it should be okay for now, but the Breath of Fire and the damage output from these bears really going to force Thu to run back at this point. I think he just wants to stay here long enough to try to kill the Demon Hunter there, but it's got a rejuvenation on it, and that is a very long potion of invulnerability there, so it's not really going to happen, and now he's just going to have to try to take down some of these bears with some focus fire and get out right now with the TP.
Wow. ColorFul microed really well there. He got his bears in a really good position and just pretty much destroyed the whole army with between the bears and the panda. Thu just couldn't get in a good enough position there to do any real damage. So he went for the demon focus at the start because he knew he couldn't fight it directly. But with the invul and the rejuve, it really didn't work out too well for him. If he had gotten a couple towers up, it probably would have gone a bit better because he could have got really good positioning behind him, but it didn't go Thu's way whatsoever.
Also, we noticed that the elf is getting the armor, has one armor upgrade for his units, which is pretty good because the fights that you take against this type of human army, are the kind that the longer they go, it's generally an attrition battle that goes in favor of the elf, in my opinion. And if you're preventing them from putting up static defense, if they start to get that up, then it's obviously going to go in the favor of the human. But with a panda, that's you know, the high level panda just destroys like towers and such, so it's almost like it's free XP. And these bears and stuff, the more durable they are, the longer they can easily outlast, especially if you can just keep those mortars having to move.
Yeah, and the thing about this Thu's army is it doesn't have a really high DPS. Most of the DPS is from those morts, which is spread out between all the bears, so they really don't get like targeted like one at a time. Like the whole army is being targeted at once, so really these fights can go on for a really long time, and that panda just ends up continuously wrecking all the casters and no fight.
And you'll see most of the damage output from the human army really, I think, is coming from the big bolt targets, focus targets that we're seeing. I'm surprised even for the Demon Hunter there not finishing off one of those low HP bears with that. Yeah. Seems odd.
Because you can really easily just micro back the bears and rejuve them if you don't bolt and focus.
I guess the reason he's doing that is because the Demon Hunter is putting out a lot of DPS, and also if you can wear him down a bit, but I mean, it just seems kind of odd. I guess you're also slowing down mana burn incoming, but
yeah,
it just seems so weird.
Oh, and this is a very nice positioning for Thu here. If he can hold this positioning, but it looks like he's just going to continue to kite, but little chokes like that are super, super nice for the human.
They really are, except the only concern, of course, is that level 5 panda and all of these units for Thu are just kind of clumped up right now, so he needs to get these guys mixed out a bit, because here comes a pretty nasty haste fire.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Yeah. We were saying earlier about eventually the unit composition for Thu is going to have to change because that high level panda, and now it's level like 5 and a little bit, so he's probably going to want to change out of casters.
Oh, that Demon Hunter is 19 XP from getting to level 6, having metamorphosis, and just starting to turn into a beast. I think, I don't know. I said that I think I would favor the elf army in attrition battles here, but I'm not really sure the way Thu micros. I'm not sure.
With the kite, the slow and the kite is very nice against bears. It's just so hard to like continuously do damage. When
and he just keeps. I'm sorry, he just keeps dodging these haste fires, which is just incredible.
Yeah, that's what's so helpful with the slow, and just the fact that you can get your morts so far back and block with the breakers a bit.
And still utilizing that staff of teleportation pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good if you're gonna buy it. It's good to make the most use you can out of it. A lot of the time, just see players buy it and use it like once for one little harass, and then just sell it. And I think it's kind of a waste. And Thu's been using it really nice throughout the whole game.
Definitely. Nice anti-magic shell going up on the Panda. He wants to go ahead and get level 6 on the Demon Hunter. Are we going to see the Metamorphosis? There it is. He's going to have to definitely force a retreat. We're going to see the Bolt on the Demon Hunter. That makes a lot of sense because that's going to buy a little bit of time where that ult doesn't do anything, and then a TP coming on right away to kind of make it so that was a waste of the ultimate, which is not good because it's got a fairly long cooldown, and he's slowed, and a bunch of the bears are slowed. So really, he's not going to be able to get into a good position to take another fight for a while. So that is actually a wasted Metamorphosis, which is pretty smart play by Thu.
Yeah, that was pretty good by Thu. The one good thing that that ColorFul did there is he bought a lot of map control by using that ultimate, and now he has a second expansion going up. So Thu is not going to be really scouting or attacking the second expansion for a while, just because of the fact that ColorFul has that ultimate.
I didn't even see that second expansion, but that's a good call, yeah. Oh, the Panda taking some hits.
Oh, the Demon, wow. He does have a heal pause. He's not going to die yet, and there's a staff on the Panda, so...
That's I'm assuming we're going to see a TP here on the Panda.
I would hope so. The Mountain King has no mana, and ColorFul knows that, but still, you got to be really careful.
It's just being gutsy and popping the invul. Fair enough.
He did get a lot of damage just in the time that it took him to pop that invul, and is stacking the Demon now, going for one breath, and then TPing out. That was a really nice play by ColorFul there. Getting the most out of that fight, yeah.
Does Thu know about this expansion? It does not appear so.
No, it didn't look like it, and he still hasn't gone for a counter expansion, so I doubt he scouted it. He might expect it, but since he's not going for a second himself, when his expansion only has 3k gold left and the mains just ran out, so he is probably going to want to take a second, but he's going to have it much after ColorFul has his.
Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and start putting it down right now. And that's going to be at this rate, what, 15 seconds delayed? So, yeah. Although those wisps will have to get up there, so that'll kind of make up that a little bit.
Yeah.
Thu's like, I wonder where your Tree of Life might possibly be.
He is going right to it. His whole army is kind of straggling behind, but eventually he'll get in there and might take it down.
Well, even if he doesn't, this is buying time for his to go up with towers, which he desperately needs.
Yeah, he really can't defend against that Panda harass if he doesn't put at least a couple arcane towers up. I'm
really not a fan of his tower positioning there, though, because when he knows he's versus a high-level Panda, so it's like that is just going to really wreck it. But is that your cat? Anyway, so Thu now very low on gold. He's sitting down on about 24 gold, and he's going to have to try to go ahead and do something with this expansion. If he loses it, he is going to be in a world of pain. But on the same side of that coin, both players really only on one gold mine if this does go down. And it looks like the elf backing off just a little bit. He wants to regroup, reposition, and make sure that this next fight that he takes here goes well for him, because it is critical, and because he doesn't have that second expansion, because he had Water Elemental doing a little bit of harass on the Tree of Eternity over there as it tries to move around. Metamorphosis going off, and this fight begins. This is a pretty good position for Thu, because it's got a nice choke point. Can't get a lot of these bears are not going to be attacking. He's got the Mountain King kind of tanking most of these things over here on the left side of the screen, which allows him to do a lot of focus fire over here. He's not going to lose the Mountain King to anything, because Mountain King very tanky hero, and he can just run away like that. The Panda taking loads of hits, gonna force a TP, and that means this expansion is gonna stay up no problems. If that Mountain King could get a bolt in, if he had been a little bit closer, could have maybe picked off another bear, but that's not gonna be too big of a deal. That was a wonderful play for Thu, because if you look at this situation now, basically it's daytime, just the start of a day, so we're gonna have to see a lot of this Moonwell juice be burned immediately just to regroup on the bear mana. Also using it on the Panda, because the Panda's out of mana. Well, not out, but he was, and he's got a Sobi, which is gonna help, but again, not the best. Metamorphosis now down, so it's gonna be a little while before the elf can actually regroup and take another fight. So Thu just playing a really good strategical game here, going for that expansion one more time. He probably will get it, and that will actually cut the entirety of the elf's gold flow. So that is pretty good for Thu. Although he doesn't have a TP.
Sorry, that was
but he is level 6.
That was my death cat. In case anyone's wondering. Yeah, and now he has stopped meowing.
It's a wonderful cat.
Yeah, it is. He's 18 and a half years old, so he's still kicking. But I did see that one fight actually at Thu's expansion. That was really nice positioning for Thu. ColorFul just couldn't get his bears, and he does have mass teleport now, so that's gonna be really annoying for ColorFul.
ColorFul has to somehow force an engagement and take it well, and he doesn't. He's on a very limited clock at this point, as these are his last buildings. He's got this expansion going up, but he doesn't have any wisps, I don't think, to populate, so he's going to have to make them, which means it's going to take even more money of his bank and even longer for this to start getting up. So he's going to, whatever he does, he's going to have to kind of do it, I would say, in defense, and I don't know if that's going to work out too well for him. Giving through all map control and really... Even if he was able, he's not gonna. I don't think Metamorphosis will be up for at least another 20 seconds. I'm just eyeballing that, but yeah, it doesn't look good for the elf.
Yeah, I would say the only thing he can do right now is force a really nice fight at Thu's second expansion and take it down, and then Thu's first expansion only has 800 gold left. So if he can manage to take a really good fight, get good trades, and take down the expansion, he has a chance, but it doesn't look too good.
I see. I would never. I would be completely shocked if Thu was even willing to fight at this point.
Yeah.
Even though I think he would win the fight, I don't think he would. Knowing Thu, I think he, given how he has an easy way to secure victory.
Yeah, definitely.
Just with the mass TP.
He is going to take down this Tree of Eternity, it looks like.
Yep, and then TP down here to the Mountain King and just start wrecking the rest of the buildings. Looks
very nice.
There's no way I don't think the elf can deal with that.
No, I think it's pretty much over. He was trying, but there's actually he got a really nice bolt dodge there. Oh,
that Demon Hunter, yeah. It doesn't matter, but yeah. GG's called. Well won. Is that what the sling today's? Well won.
Well won. That was a pretty nice game, really close, but in the end, mass teleport and morts, they're pretty good.
Yeah, Thu just played it really strategically well. I mean, normally people say, you know, how it's a common thing to talk about how ridiculously strong Superman is once he hits level 6, but Thu just negated it for the most part. It was like, you're gonna use it, I'm gonna stun it a bunch, and then I'm just not gonna fight it.
Yeah.
And then you know, it's like, yeah, whatever. It's very nonchalant about it, very calm and control.
It's cool. It actually shows how people talk about a lot of things that are imbalanced in this game, but it really shows when you get to the highest level of play, there really is no imbalance. There's just nice plays and ways to counter things that are usually strong in lower level play.
Fair enough. I try not to talk about balance because I don't know what I'll say.
Well, undead players always call him that.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining me for the cast. Thanks everyone for watching. This game was casted live at twitch.tv/Spearby if you'd like to watch them. I'm thinking I want to try to I'm trying, and I don't know when this is going to start, but I'm hoping soon to start around 11 p.m. every day-ish, if I can. So if you want to tune in around 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, which would be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, if you want to see the live cast, otherwise it'll be on youtube.com/SharpRaby the next day. Carson, I don't know if you have any channels or anything you would like to plug, but if you do, feel free.
I do not. Actually, someone just casted a game of me today, but I don't know what their channel is, so I can't advertise it.
Well, maybe next time.
Maybe next time, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Any final words?
Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Sounds
Hopefully
good.
The audio's good.
I hope so. It's going to be better, and about $500 more it'll be better.
Right on. Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.